and welcome back to Rue's Life. And it's a little bit dull and I think it's going to rain, but I wanted to get on and do some more weeding. I've only got half an hour to spend in the garden, but I thought I'd get out and do this because I'm off swimming later. So I'm just going to carry on with this bed. And actually the fact that it's been raining is loosening up the weeds and making it easier. And I have mentioned in previous videos that I am really behind this year. This would normally have all been done before January, and I would have put cardboard over the beds and topped them up with compost. But I'm just behind, so I am where I am. But I'll still be ready for planting in the spring. But what I'm going to do this year, again, I've mentioned in previous videos that my pathways really need some attention. So the money that I would have spent on compost, this year I'm actually going to be spending on bark. And because I've topped these beds up every single year and kept them nutrient rich, they should get away with missing a year of top dressing. But what I have got, again mentioned before, and thank you so much Steve, I'll leave a link to his channel, Digwell Green Fingers. He's actually very kindly sent me some super soil. So I'm hoping that because I'm using that this year, although I won't be adding sort of substance, if you will, I'll still be adding nutrients. And that's what I'm going to do this year. So it'll be interesting to see how things fare. But what is really pleasing to see, you won't be able to see from there, but there's some really lovely big fat worms in here, which is just great. So I've brought a trug because there are actually still quite a lot of beetroot in the ground, and I think some of them may be salvageable. So I'm going to pop them in the trug and then go through them, and hopefully some of them, I mean that's a really good one, some of them I think will be okay. Some of them have gone to mush like that one, so they'll have to go, but I will salvage the ones that I can. And a lot of these are my favourite Chioggia, so it'd be great if I can save a few. And that one's mushy. They really don't like the frost, but we haven't had too many hard frosts yet. We've had a couple, and the temperatures over the last few days have been dipping down to just into minus figures, so kind of -1, -2. We have been down as low as -6, and so we've had a few frosts, but I think, as I say, some of these, that's a tiny one, it's not worth saving, but some will definitely be worth holding on to, and I can process them and freeze them. Oh, he would have been a whopper, but it's a bit soggy and also quite slug damaged. So I've actually got quite a decent truck full of beetroot, and they all feel really good. So I will give them a good hose, take the green off, and I'll take them back to the house, and then later on this evening, probably when I've finished up for the day, I'll process those and pop them in the freezer. But I will show you one of them as I chop it, because they're just so beautiful, if I remember to get the camera out. So let's go to the polytunnel. So that's more than half of that bed weeded, and I'm hoping by the end of this week that bed will be completely weed free. But what I want to do in here is I want to show you how the sweet peas and the onions are getting on, and then also I've still got all those little pots and the teapots and everything that have the spring bulbs in, and I haven't got round to emptying them, and I am really worried, as I say, the temperatures have been dropping, and I'd be really upset if I lost those lovely vases and teapots and pots because I let them get cold and crack. So I've got one of these drip trays, and I'm just going to pop it, or I already had, pop it on here, and I'm just going to tip them out so that I can save those bulbs. I will probably pop them into something because I want to let them die back and let the goodness go back into the bulb. So let's get on with that. I'm going to show you the sweet peas and the onions, and then I'm going to get on with that. So just look at these sweet peas. They're looking really, really good. And I've had the lid off, so they're just doing their thing. Some are doing better than others. You can see we've got germination on most of them. I put two or three seeds, I can't remember now, I think it was 2 into each one. There's no germination on all of them, but they're looking pretty good. And the onions, as you can see, look great. So what I want to do is just empty these out into just so I can get the pots and bits and pieces and take them across to the house. So let's do that. I don't know how well these are going to come out of here. Come out, come out. I don't want to drop the pot. There we go. So that's them all emptied. They do need to, I just need to scrape the last bits of soil out and give them a rinse. But I can take those back to the house now and save them for, you know, using again, putting flowers in, or doing the same again in the spring. So I haven't been out here for hours and hours and achieved absolutely masses of work, but I do feel pretty accomplished at what I have achieved. So as I say, that bed that I've been weeding is over halfway now. There's only a little bit left to do. I've got those bulbs out, and I've got a nice little harvest of beetroot as well. So I'm going to pack up now and get back over to the house. I just need to take the dogs out, and then I'm going to get my gear together, and I'm off for a wild swim. Chris and I had a couple of hours paddleboarding on an absolutely stunning morning. We had the lake to ourselves pretty much, and it was
gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Take care, and I'll see you all again really soon.